And welcome to the very first snow survey of the season at Phillips Station. So this is being hosted by the California Department of Water Resources. As you can see from this live shot, that the snow survey team has arrived on the snow course. And today the survey is led by Angelique Fabiani-Leone, a hydrometeorologist with DWR's Snow Surveys and Water Supply Forecasting Unit. Just a little bit of background about the snow surveys itself out here. DWR has conducted the manual snow survey at Phillips Station since 1941, recording both depth and snow water content. Now, those measurements taken here are factored into other measurements that are happening throughout the state, and that gives us the average of how the snowpack is doing. And so the survey team will go to 6 specific but different locations and use the snow tube, the long blue tube that they're holding, to get measurements. Those 6 measurements will be averaged, and that gives us the amount of snow at this location. Now, if you're wondering what the heck's going on with that tape, that ensures that the team is set up in the exact correct location they need for each measurement. And doing that at those same exact locations each survey, it ensures that the team is measuring in the correct spot. And that step provides reliability when reporting averages and trends of how this site's snowpack is doing compared to previous months or years. And so if you're wondering how that snow tube works, it's actually a very simple device and a simple mechanism, but very effective. And it's been around since the early 1900s. And so they drive the tube into the snow. They hope to hit dirt. That means they've gotten all the way to the bottom. And then from there, they pull it out, and that lets them know how deep the snowpack is. Then when they take the tube out, it's weighed to determine the density of the snowpack. And that's how we know how much water is stored in the snow. The tube is set so 1 ounce of snow measured is 1 inch of water content. And the water content and depth gives us the water density. And gives us a pretty good idea of how much water is in the snow. However, that being said, it's very early in the season to determine how much snow will be around for runoff when the spring and summertime comes. As for how the state is doing so far, this year is another example of how California seasons can swing between extremes. December was incredibly dry starting out, and in fact, this site just a week and a half ago was complete dirt. Then we got some atmospheric rivers this past week, which brought the right conditions. It was cold enough and at the right elevation, so now there is snow on the ground today. But the snowpack is a story of unpredictability. This year, the southern region has been above average, while the northern region has been trending below average. Normally, that's reversed. So we'll wait to see what the snow survey results are when Angelique gives her reports after the measurements are complete. So it looks like they've just wrapped up their first measurement. They're on their way to do their second. About snow surveys, this location is just one out of more than 260 snow courses that are manually measured statewide through the California Cooperative Snow Surveys program. That program was established in 1929, and the California Department of Water Resources is now the lead agency that oversees the program, which includes a total of 50 participating federal, state, local, and private agencies. The goal of that program is to predict how much water we'll have in the summer months when the snow begins to melt. Typically, the snowpack stands for about a third of California's water supplies. Think of it as just a big giant reservoir. And the snow melt itself will feed into the rivers and reservoirs when it begins to melt. It's used for agriculture, drinking water, as well as supporting nature. Okay, they've finished up their second measurement, I believe, and coming out to weigh it and see how much the snow tube weighs. Now, even though this is the first snow survey of the season, like I mentioned earlier, it is still very early in the season to determine what our snowpack will be come April 1st. And the reason why we always refer to April 1st and that average is because in terms of snow water content, that's typically when the snowpack is at its peak each year in the mountains. So it looks like they're doing their measurements now, and got about maybe 4 more measurements to go after this. So once they've wrapped up those measurements, they'll do some calculations, average it out, and then Angelique will come to the microphone to deliver the measurements here on the site, as well as give a picture of what it looks like throughout the rest of the mountain range in California. So we'll be back in a little bit with an update. And welcome back. If you are joining us here on the live stream and wondering what the heck is going on, we are in the midst of the first snow survey of the season up here at Phillips Station. This is being hosted by the California Department of Water Resources. We have the snow survey team out on the course right now. They've done about maybe 4 measurements at this point. The team today is being led by Angelique Fabiani-Leone, who is a hydrometeorologist with DWR's Snow Surveys and Water Supply Forecasting Unit. So the team itself is going to 6 different spots throughout this snow course. They've been doing this since 1941, obviously not the same team, but going to 6 different spots, the same exact location. So if you're wondering why they're using that measuring tape, it's to ensure that they're getting the proper distance and the right angle for when they drive the snow tube into the snow. And when they drive that snow tube, a very simple machine that's been around since the early 1900s, they pull up a snow core sample. They want to make sure that they hit dirt, making sure they get all the bits of snow that there is. They'll pull that out. It'll let them know how deep the snow is, but then from there, they will actually weigh it. And that lets them know the snow water amount, or how heavy it is, will let them know how much water is stored in the snow. So the tube is set up so that 1 ounce of snow measured is 1 inch of water content. And the water content and depth gives us the water density. So once they have finished up their last calculations here, they will average out those 6 measurements and give us the totals up here at Phillips Station. Now, this would have been a very different snow survey if we did this 2 weeks ago, where it was just complete bare dirt out here. But because we had that miracle storm that came last week, we got a lot of snow on the ground, so excited to see what the numbers are like at this point. So we'll come back in a little bit after we do the calculations, and Angelique will give you the results. See you then.
Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us here today at Phillips Station. My name is Jason Ince. I'm an information officer with the California Department of Water Resources. In a moment, I'm going to welcome up the state hydrometeorologist, Angelique Fabiani-Leone, who will go over today's results, and then we'll be taking some questions from the media. But first, as always, I would like to thank our partners at the California Cooperative Snow Surveys program, which consists of over 50 agencies across the state that every winter helps provide the data on the California snowpack that DWR uses to create accurate water supply forecasts. These forecasts are important for reservoir operators and water managers to understand just how much of the snowpack runoff will end up in our rivers and reservoirs in the months ahead. DWR has been conducting snow surveys here at Phillips Station since 1941, and today it's just one of the over 260 locations across the Sierra Nevada that are measured by DWR and our partners in the California Cooperative Snow Surveys program. So with that, I'd like to go ahead and welcome up Angelique.
Okay, thank you, Jason, and good morning. I'm Angelique Fabiani-Leone. Angelique is spelled Angelique. Fabiani is Fabiani-Leon. For today's snow surveys here at Phillips, we recorded a snow depth of 24 inches and snow water content of 5 inches. This snow water content measurement is 50% of average for this date and 21% of the April 1 average at this location. We refer to the April 1st average because in terms of snow water content, it's typically when snowpack reaches its peak amount in a given year for the Sierra Nevada. Based on the morning's data from our automated snow sensor network, the statewide snowpack is at 71% of average for this date. In comparison from last year, our January snow survey resulted in a snow water content of 9 inches, which was 91% of average for this location, and the statewide snowpack was 108% of average. California snowpack is highly dependent on individual atmospheric rivers and winter storm systems. It is common for a handful of these storms to provide the bulk of the snowpack each season. We have seen an example of this just in this past month. Just a week and a half ago, this ground was bare ground, and the statewide snowpack was just 12% of average after an initial dry start for December. The series of storms over the past week increased our snowpack significantly. Although this didn't catch us up completely, it has put California in a much better place in terms of our water supply. The critical thing to remember about our snowpack is that conditions can change throughout the season. Our reliance on atmospheric rivers and winter storms, based on their timing, duration, and location, can make the difference between a wet and dry year for California. It also means that the same events that have a positive impact on our water supply can also pose danger and flood risk throughout the state. There's also another incoming storm system that will impact the Sierra Nevada in the coming days, just to kick off the new year. We want to encourage Californians to follow their local forecasts and any travel advisories. In closing, we'd like to remind everybody that it's still pretty early for the water year and our winter season. The conditions in the coming months, especially January all the way through the end of March, are really going to be telling and determine how our snowpack is ultimately going to be for our water supply in the spring and summer. Thank you all, and I'll hand it back to Jason.
Thank you, Angelique. So with that, we'll go ahead and open up to questions. So if anyone here at Service has a question first, yep. Yeah, so the question is, just general, what do today's result mean for the state and our water supply?
Well, we're in a pretty good place as far as our major reservoirs throughout the state. Several of our reservoirs, our major reservoirs, are at their top of conservation, which is a really good place for right now. Our snowpack is actually a natural reservoir, so we usually reach a peak about April 1st, and then shortly thereafter, our snowpack melts. And during that period is also when we have our highest in terms of water demand. So the the amount that's currently in our reservoirs, we'll start draining that, which is a natural progression between when the snow melts, that we'll be able to fill our reservoirs at that time. So ideally, we would like to get our snowpack to reach our April 1 average. And as I mentioned, we're close to being there, not quite. So we're really going to be looking into the storm systems that we receive in the coming months to get us to our April 1 average.
Thank you. So any other questions?
The systems that we haven't had much as of yet until this big storm. Maybe it's just the fact is that they tend to be warm. So is that a challenge to the snowpack?
Yeah, so the question generally is how storms and their temperature, whether they come in warm or cold, how that impacts the snowpack.
Temperature is a huge factor in terms of our snowpack. We did have some incoming storm system and precipitation, but it does need to be cold enough to retain it as snowpack. So it is a huge factor, and we'll be looking for more storm systems that come in more cooler to help add more to our water supply.
Do you anticipate in the long-range forecast or maybe more storms coming out of the kind of northern track, or do you have any information on that?
In the coming days, it's looking like it's going to be a colder system, so we're looking forward to having additional snow accumulation just in this upcoming week. It's a little difficult to say concretely for the spring months, but we'll know more as we get closer. Thank you.
Thanks. Yes.
Thanks, Jason. Thanks for taking the time. We appreciate it. Just to be clear about the statewide snowpack, I think you said 71% average for the state. What about by the April 1 date? Is it much lower than that? How are you feeling about that? And kind of the follow-up to overall, when you just reported these numbers as you as the expert, how are you feeling about these numbers at this time of year?
Yeah, excellent question. So a little bit about the difference between the statewide average and the April 1st average, and then generally how we're feeling about the snowpack right now.
We had the actual value. 24 is the April 1% of average, considering as a state as a whole. 24% is still only, about a quarter of what we're looking for. So we're going to be really looking forward to additional storm systems coming in, especially during that January through March period. And fortunately, in the past few years, we were able to receive some of that. Like in water year 2024, we had a blizzard at the end of February, early March, and that really helped us get us to our April 1 average. So we're still early in the season. We're still looking forward. There's still some time, but this past week definitely helped us.
Thank you. Any other questions? Okay. If not, well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us here again at Phillips Station with the DWR Snow Survey. We'll be back for another survey in February at the beginning of the month, so we'll hope to see everyone then. Thank you.